Hey guys, it's Crystal. It's Saturday, about 1:45, and it's actually chilly out here in the desert, which I didn't think was possible, so I've got my hot chocolate with me, and it's keeping me warm, so this is more back porch confession, I guess. Um, so this will be the coming out story part 2, and I should do it quick because I think somebody's going to be getting up for a cigarette break in the middle of their sleeping, which would be my mom. Anyway, so the first part of the coming out story was telling my family, and actually I didn't tell my family first. I didn't tell them until my second girlfriend, and so and that was probably the easiest part of this coming out story. So the other part, which actually happened first, I lived in a environment that was very religious. I went to church, Christian church, and the house that I lived in was owned by Christian landlords who also went to the same church, and my roommates that I lived with at the time also went to the church. So it was kind of like a little community of Christians, and so being gay was not an option. It just didn't happen. So kind of happened kind of fast, I guess. I started dating this guy that I had met in a coffee shop, and we went out for a couple weeks, and then we broke up, and I started dating his best friend, who was a lesbian, and she was going to college, and she just was really cute and outgoing and everything, and I brought her to church with me because she believed in the same things, and they got a lot of people asking questions, but not asking questions towards me. They were talking amongst themselves about me, so gossiping, I guess. And so time went on, and so my roommate just flat out asked me, "Hey, are you gay?" And I said, "I think so." I remember the conversation because after that my world just kind of got crazy, and she had told me some stories about sleeping with girls, and so I thought it was okay. You know, I thought we were going to be alright, that I was going to get through this phase, and that's what I told her it was just a phase. And the next 3 days after that, my landlady called, asked to come over to speak with me, and she just straight up asked me about it, and I told her, and that conversation just kind of like blew me away, because my one roommate, the person that I thought that I could trust, told the entire church, and I felt like the people that I loved, that I grew to love over the years and trust, turned against me, and I couldn't believe it. I was so, I just couldn't believe it. So my roommate then gave me an ultimatum whether to break up with this girl and be straight, or to be kicked out of the house that I lived in. And I chose to pretend to be straight in order to keep what I thought was happiness at the time. And I felt like everybody was talking about me behind my back, because they were. I felt like I was betrayed, and I couldn't tell my family because they didn't know at the time, and my mom wouldn't understand, and um, I just felt alone. I felt so alone, and things didn't get any better after that, actually. I ended up moving out because my roommate had just up and left without any notice of any sort. She just went back home to Missouri and left me with a house full of all kinds of bills, and I was only making $5.25 at the time because I worked as a waitress. And so I ended up moving to my brother's house, an hour and a half away from where I was, and the year just got worse. I didn't have a job because I couldn't keep it because I couldn't stay where I lived, and I didn't know anybody else besides the Christian family that I had made. I didn't know any other gay people besides the girl that I had dated, and we had broken up in all this, and so during the 8 months that I was unemployed and living with my brother, I had 2 cats, and 1 cat was killed by my brother's dogs. And so that was devastating, on top of coming out to be gay to my Christian family. And then after that, shortly after my cat was brutally murdered, my dad had died somewhere in there. I think he actually died before I moved from the house, and then my cat died, and then my favorite aunt in the entire world passed away, and before she died, she had asked me to baptize her, and I felt really unworthy of that because I didn't know being gay and being a Christian was even in the same sentence. And it was just the worst year of my life coming out. The whole I don't know, the whole year was horrible. And yeah, so man. So things are better now, kind of, I guess. You never really get over your parents' death. It just kind of falls back into your mind, and so I can't watch those father-daughter movies. I can't watch those without, tearing up or whatever. And anyway, so that's another video. So yeah, that's that, and I feel like I struggle every day with my family as far as being a lesbian, and I don't talk to the people at church that I went to anymore. I don't go to church anymore. And I'm currently rediscovering who I am as far as spirituality goes, and just trying to learn to be happy. And that's it. So that's the other part of my coming out. And yeah, so leave comments or whatever if you want, and I'll talk to you soon. Alright, bye.